Hi, Sarah here at the Harfley Homes Fun, and today I'm sharing with y'all my mom basket. I just finished a video doing our morning basket, and I hope I said that correctly at the beginning. That was a morning basket for our homeschool, and this is my mom basket. I've seen videos done on this so many different ways, and a lot of them are super cute little baskets, so if you watch a lot of those videos, you can be like, oh, I kind of want one of those baskets too. And I've done so many different things, but for us, it works better for me to keep my mom things in a bag. So right now I'm using this bag. I think my mom got it for me. It actually says, shopping is my cardio. I do love to shop and I love animal print, so it's perfect. I believe it was purchased from Cracker Barrel. I absolutely love that store and restaurant. So I could shop in there and find all things. And for years I used a backpack. Because we would go to the park and I would like to read when my kids are running around and playing. It's a good time for me to really get in my quiet time in the Word or in a book or something like that. I'm a big reader, so I have, as you can see, it's a pretty good sized bag and it's 3/4 of the way filled up with books and things like that. If you watch my videos long enough, you will learn that I am a huge reader. I love to read so much. And with our libraries not really open right now, especially in our town and things like that, they are open for like curbside pickup. And I really haven't done that. But I'm ready for them to be like really open for you just to go in and pick what you want. But for now, I am sticking with the books that I already have and I've really been enjoying. And I've already started purchasing devotional books for the coming year. So I have one of those in here as well. So if you are not familiar with a mom basket, it's basically where you collect all things from like pens, Bibles, books, whatever you're reading at the moment, and just basically have them all together and ready to go, like me. Like I said, a lot of times I'm heading to the park with the bag or even in the evening. And there are days when there's times that I just don't get it in, and that's okay. And I try not to beat myself up over it. We are a work in progress and not perfect. So it's a process. It's progress, not perfection. So yes. So the idea behind a morning basket is just to kind of have it all together, ready for you to go or wherever you are going in the house or out and about and things like that. So I'm going to share with y'all what all I keep in mind. The first thing is obvious. It is a little container of pens, highlighters. I love to highlight in my Bible and even some of the books. If I don't plan on giving them away, then I will highlight in those as well. I have colors. I love those twistable colors. My kids also love those. And I love colored pencils. And my favorite pen that I've really been loving is the brand. I'm trying to find some in here. I love pens and colors, so there's a lot of them in here. I love the Papermate Flare pen. I don't know if you guys can see that. There it is right there. It's Papermate Flare pen, and I really love them. I love the tip on them. It is really, really good, and I like them really for the Bible too, because even if your pages are kind of thin in the Bible, it doesn't bleed through as much as some of them. They do make specific Bible pens and highlighters, which I really should invest in, but I just haven't done it yet. I have a lot of things already, so I just decided to use what I had. Of course, I bought this from Target. It's just a little pencil pouch when I bought my kids pencil pouches for school. And then, of course, the most obvious thing in my bag is my Bible. This is a Bible that I use strictly for journaling and for highlighting and things like that. Like, I love to write. I'm not an artist by any means. I just take notes and things that really speak to me, or songs or poems or whatever I come across, quotes, or maybe something was said on Sunday at church and it really stuck out to me and I was like, yeah, I need to apply that to my life, or I want to remember what it said, like I wanted to remember it in my Bible when I'm reading these passages and things like that. This is not a Bible that I take to church. This is just one that I use whenever I do Bible study on my own at home. So that is that. And right now I'm going through the Psalms, so I've really been enjoying that. I'm about halfway through them. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to maybe starting fresh in January, maybe starting in Genesis and things like that. Like I said, I have some Bible study books that I want to start as well that I've already purchased, so I have lots of plans. The other thing I've really been focusing on lately is prayer. I have really been trying to focus on my prayer life and things like that. I love this particular Bible. It's like a watercolor, so I wanted to point that out as well in case anybody was wondering. And I do write on everything. I did have another journaling Bible that I loved so much, but unfortunately coffee got spilled on it by one of my kids and I had to get rid of it. Oh, it's so sad. I tried to repair it and save it and all this kind of stuff. I had so many notes in it, but I just unfortunately had to let it go. And it was a very sad day for me. But anyway, getting on to what I was talking about, if you download the Bible app, you can type in the search, you can type in dangerous prayers. And I think it's done by, I should have wrote his name down. He's on YouTube as well. Greg Rochelle. I will try to link it, or I will try to write his name in the comments in the description box below. So, but anyway, going on with the prayers, I've really been enjoying doing that. That's like a week-long devotional on dangerous prayers, and it's really interesting and really good and really meaty, and he also has some sermons on YouTube connected to those, so I've really been enjoying those as well. And going along with that, this is a Charles Spurgeon book on prayer, and I've really been enjoying this one as well. It goes through, he has different prayers and all kinds of stuff. It's just really good as well to go along with that devotional that I've been doing, that I actually, if you follow me on Instagram, I also have that highlighted, I think in my Bible highlights. I don't know if I have it yet, but I'm definitely going to highlight it because I'm almost done with that devotional. And it's been so good. I'm definitely going to make a special highlight for either that devotional, dangerous prayers, or just a Bible highlight in general on my Instagram. So if you follow me at Heartfully_homespun, you will find it, all the information on him there. The other thing I've been working through is this Melinda Fuller book, Obedience Over Hustle. And I really love it. It goes along with my thoughts for this year about being still and listening to God versus, hustling. So it's a perfect book. That is actually why I picked it up. And I've gotten maybe a third of the way through, and it's really good so far. And her name is Melinda Fuller, and it's very good so far. The other thing I've been working through, I thought I heard somebody there. Oh yeah, something that I have in my mom bag is my planner. It's an Erin Condren planner, and I really love it. But I'm thinking like next year, this is the planner that I have. I had to find an empty page. I started in July and it goes through the next June is the way it is. And then they come out with a new planner in July, which I'm a planner. When I see the new planners, I have to order it. So I tried doing the January to December, but then July rolls around and I really want that new planner because I'm watching all the planner videos. And so I just decided I'm going to get a year's worth of my planner. But next year, I did notice that this year they actually came out with like a daily planner where it actually has 2 books that go together, like halfway, like one's halfway, like 6 months, and the other one's 6 months. It's like a daily. I really want that because I fill up my planner way too fast, like the daily to me. I just have a lot, even though we haven't been like extremely busy with the COVID and everything, I still have things and I like jot down. It's almost like I do like a brain dump when I'm studying the Bible at whatever point of the day I do it. I either do just basically whatever's on my mind, and I just dump it on paper. That's the way my mind works, and I really can't really focus on the Bible and on the Lord until I get all of that out of my head. Otherwise, I have all of that before me, and then I could pray and have my Bible study, and it's more in peace that way. So a planner and notebook or something like that really helps a lot for me. It's really key. The other book I've been going through, it's called The House of Hawthorne. I actually picked that up somewhere, I guess for $6 is what the tag says. and it's about the true story of Nathaniel Hawthorne and his wife. His wife is really kind of the key person in this book, and I should really do like a whole videos on some of the books I've read recently, because I've read a lot of books since the COVID stuff. But yes, and I really love this book a lot. I am probably maybe a third of the way through on this one too. I never can just read one book. I always want to read way more, so I always have about 4 books that I'm reading currently. The other book I'm reading, another book, is by Karen Kingsbury, and it was When We Were Young, and it's really a precious story. And let me see how far I'm way through on this one. I'm on page 60, and I just started it the other day, and it's really good so far. So, and it's a really, like, I think I read 60 pages in the first day that I started, and I haven't picked it up since, and so I need to pick it back up tonight. The other thing I have in my mom bag is a spiral. It's just a simple spiral, but I keep like sermon notes. I keep prayers in here. I like to write down prayers, quotes, like the Bible study I've been doing on dangerous prayers. I have that one. It's like, that's the kind of notes I'm taking going through this study. It's really impactful study. So I can do prayers, which I won't show y'all. It's kind of personal, but like I said, sermon notes, because our church, the church we've been attending lately, has been doing Bible studies online on Wednesday night, and I've really super been enjoying them, and I feel like I've been learning a lot from them. So I have that, and that's of course from everything from sermon notes to quotes and prayers and Bible studies that I'm doing and things like that. So the next thing I have is another notes book. It's like if I'm doing like a specific word, like if I'm looking for a word, a certain word, and I'm wanting it to stick out. This is just one example, like the world versus the earth. Like in John 3:16, it first said, "For God so loved the world." So then I would put that one in my notes. But we'll just say this is blank. So I would do this page for probably the world, depending on how many times the world is used. And I like to find out what it means in its context. And then like maybe I would do earth on the other side. Like this is one example. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, and all they that dwell therein. And so I would do that because I like to see the world versus the earth. Like the world I know is talking about people, and then the earth, I am pretty for sure that it's talking about like the earth, like what Christ made on the days of creation, like the actual earth, like the trees and all the things that he made. So versus people. So I like to do that, and that's just one example, one of many examples that I like to do. And I just think it's interesting and fun and all that. And this is the last thing in my mom basket, and it's something that I have purchased for the new year. So I'm keeping away from it while I just focus on the Psalms and other books until the new year starts. And then I will pull out this one. And it is by Jen Wilkin, and it is called Better, and it's the study of Hebrews. And if you have not ever heard of Jen Wilkin, you need to hear her speak. It is so good. I actually, in a few of the churches that I went to, I was blessed to be in a Sunday school that actually went through her books of like First Peter and James and things like that. And I loved it, and I grew so much in the Lord from it. And I walked away missing the churches and missing those Sunday school classes, and thought, you know what? I'm going to do one on my own. So I've enjoyed it, and she has a podcast. She is all for Bible literacy and understanding your Bible and putting it into context, and not just pulling verses out and saying, well, this is good for today or that's good for today, but actually like using your Bible like as a instead of a debit card, but as a savings account. So when you go through those hard valleys and those hard moments in your life, that you can draw strength from those things that you've read maybe a year ago or 2 years ago, versus using as a debit card, like praying and wanting God to give you something that moment. That, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, and sometimes I think we need that as Christians, but I think a lot of the fruit in learning the word does really come from that long over the years study and growing in the wisdom and grace of God. So that is one of the books. The other book, I actually have it, but I think it's in my bedroom and I couldn't find it. It is another study. I believe it's by Lisa Turkhurst. I'm sure I'm butchering the heck out of the name. I'm sorry for that, but it's another book, and it is, I believe it's on First and Second Kings. But anyway, it will be in my it'll be on a new, like, my word of the year video, which I did not do a word of the year video. There was reasons why I didn't do it this year, but I will finish off the year with telling you what my new word is going to be and what my word was for this year. I think I may have mentioned it in another video, but it was renewed, and it was a deep reason behind it and things like that, which I will share all of that in another video. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, kind of seeing what's in my mom bag. I know these things have been recreated many different times. I'm not for sure originally who started the mom basket, but whoever it was a genius, and I truly loved it. It was a great idea, and I have grown to have tons of things in my mom bag. So guys, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you in the comments, and I will see you real soon. Bye-bye.